Hello and welcome into the Knicks-Verse. My name is George, and if this is your first time here or you've been here before but have not subscribed yet, please do so. Jump into the Knicks-Verse here. We're trying to get to 10,000 subscribers. It'd be great if we did it this season. Would love it. And this is turning out to be a tremendous season for New York Knicks. For the New York Knicks, for the fans, for everybody, the New York Knicks are now 12-7. They are actually tied for second in the Atlantic Division with the Sixers, who lost to the Celtics tonight. And the Knicks are now 3 games behind the Celtics. So they are right in the hunt. They are a top 7 team in the NBA, and they looked like it. They looked like it tonight. Let's get to it. Here we go. 119-106. The New York Knicks went up to Toronto. They crossed the border, and they left with a win. Well, they're going to leave. I'm sure they're partying it up tonight there. I hope they do. And major reason is because of the Villanova boys. Knicks go supernova tonight. They shoot 44.4% from behind the arc. And Josh Hart, in the third quarter, scored 15 straight points. He almost outscored the Raptors by himself in that quarter. And then Donte Divincenzo took over and connected on 7 of 9 three-point shots. That is outstanding. That is the kind of I'm sure in the summer when Leon was about to sign Donte, this is the vision that they had. They were thinking this is what can happen. This is the best possible scenario. This was a tremendous win for the Knicks. Make no mistake. This was the Toronto Raptors, even though they dropped 2 games below 500. If they had won today, they would have ended up at 500. Now they're 2 games below 500, but they are a very good sub 500 team. And they're long. The Knicks struggle with length, but not tonight. They took care of business. There was like a 10-point lead cushion throughout most of the game, but then at one point they let Toronto come back in and even take the lead. And then another time after the Knicks built up a lead, they let Toronto get back in it in the third quarter. Before Josh Hart did his heroics, they let them get back in the game. Let's get to, before we get to highlights, I want to show you a couple things first. I got highlights too. So thanks to Brunson Muse for this tweet. Villanova boys tonight. Josh Hart finished with 15 points, 8 rebounds on 3 of 4 from behind the arc, and he was just letting it fly. No hesitation, letting it fly. I think they finally got the memo that when you pass up on an open shot, you are crippling that possession. All the hard work that went into creating that open look for you, you're throwing it in the trash if you don't take that shot. So I think you got the memo. And also, that should also make you feel more comfortable about taking the shot. And when a shooter feels comfortable, his percentages are going to go up. His propensity to make the bucket increases equally when his confidence and his relaxation increase. So there you go. Now, we need Grimes to get on this thing, too. Now, we'll talk about Grimes in a little while, but Jalen Brunson, 22 points, 8 assists for him. Excellent. Love that. I want to see more of that. I would love for Jalen to average 8 assists for the season. It's a tough thing to do in today's NBA, but if anyone can do it, it's that man. And he even picked up 5 boards. Now, Donte DiVincenzo, unbelievable. 7 of 9 from behind the arc, 21 points, shot 70%. That is crazy. That's some crazy numbers. Love it. I'm so glad that these guys are on the Knicks. This is a beautiful moment right now. Really, just drink it in, enjoy it. Tonight is a night to celebrate this kind of a win. This was a very substantial win. A few more things before we go to the highlights. This was the post-game interview where Donte was asked a few questions about the Knicks, and he said, quote, honestly, there's an energy with the basketball. When you get off of it, it comes back to you and everybody eats. Donte DiVincenzo on Knicks sharing the ball. Knicks shared the ball tonight, so much so that they ended up with 30 assists. 30 assists. This is a team that was averaging about 21 assists per game, 22 assists per game recently. So 30 assists is a beautiful thing. Now, when you shoot 50% overall and 44% from behind the arc, you're going to get a lot of assists. So a lot of it is connected to that, but the ball moving increased the percentages, the efficiency, because the ball was finding the better shot tonight. Excellent. This was textbook. This is the Knicks should watch this game over and over again themselves for how they should approach every game. Tonight they did it. And even though it wasn't all beautiful, I mean, RJ struggled from the field. He needed 18 field goal attempts to give 15 points, and he normally does well in Toronto, but he also struggles against that length of Toronto. You know, he gets into the teeth of that long defense. And tonight, I got to say, I'm a little hopeful about RJ despite his actual stat line. He looked more like the RJ from the beginning of the season. Even though the stats weren't there, he looked like it. He was approaching the game, and to confirm that, he picked up 6 assists. RJ had 6 dimes himself. So he's sharing the ball. He's finding the open guy. He's making the right play at the right time. The shot is not dropping right now, but it will come. He missed 5 3-pointers. So he shot 6 for 18. So you remove those 3-pointers right there. You know, so he was 5 of 13. You know, not great either, but still a lot better than 6 of 18. A lot better than 6 of 18. He shot 33%. But let's go to the highlights. Here we go. So the Knicks got off to kind of a rocky start a little bit. They traded baskets for a while, and RJ actually was, he was a nice playmaker. Look at that, beautiful. He's the one. No one feeds Mitch as well as RJ does on this team. Fabulous. And here, Brunson right here, nice little. Did he get the roll? No, he didn't. Oh, this was the putback from Julius Randle. Outstanding game for him tonight. He 20 points, 10 rebounds, 9 assists for him. He almost had a triple-double tonight. Excellent game for him. He shot 53% overall. He was only 1 of 4 from the three-point line, but his three-point shot, the one that he made, was a really key bucket at the moment. Hit all 3 of his hit all 3 of his free throw attempts, and only turned the ball over twice. In fact, the Knicks did not even turn the ball over in the first quarter at all. They finished the game with 12 turnovers, which is around their average, which is, I think, the 4th lowest in the NBA. They're very stingy. Knicks do the right things that amount to winning. They don't turn over the ball. They cause turnovers. They're in the top 10 in causing steals. So that's very important. They rebound. They fight for loose balls. They are one of the top. I think they are number 2 in offensive rebounds in the NBA. So they do all the dirty deeds that need to be done to win a basketball game. And now they have enough three-point shooting potential around the arc. Like, everybody can shoot, except for Mitch, pretty much. Except for Mitch, everybody on this team can take a 3 and make a 3. That is excellent. We couldn't say that 3 years ago. We couldn't say it 2 years ago. We almost could not even say it last year, you know? But this year, it's there and it's real. And when it all comes together, you're going to get nights like this, which is why I believe that the New York Knicks, when they play their game, when they play to their... they don't have to even exceed their potential. When they play right into their potential, they can beat literally any team in the NBA. Any team. That's the bar that I'm going to hold them to. I'm going to hold them to that. Now, as you can see, midway through the second quarter, or actually, about 2/3 through the second quarter, the game was still tied. But then Donte started hitting his threes right there. And I do believe that when it went into the half, I think it was a tie game at the half. Let me confirm that. Yep, it was a tie game at the half. I think it was 57-all. But that third quarter, it got off to a slightly rocky start, that third quarter. The Knicks let them hang around, and then they blew them out. They outscored them by 13 points in that third quarter to finish 119-106. The Toronto Raptors, they also did not necessarily cough up the ball that much. They only turned it over 12 times themselves. But they were... See, the biggest lead they had was 6. Our biggest lead was 19. They did beat us on the fast break points, 22-13. And they beat us in points in the paint. But we destroyed them behind the arc. We absolutely annihilated the Raptors behind the arc. And that is the key to success for the New York Knicks right now. I want to look at this, the lead tracker. Yeah. See, we let Toronto even take the lead towards the end of that first half. But here we go. This is when we start cooking. Josh Hart comes in. Oh, I don't remember this play. What was this play here? Oh, nice little whip pass over to Brunson. And he got fouled. He got the 4-point. I think there were 2 4-point plays tonight for Brunson. Nice little dish right there. See, like Grimes, we need that aggression. We need that. You drive. You saw Mitch right there. Beautiful. Just replicate what RJ is doing, and you're even a better shooter than RJ. So get with it, brother. Get with it. Just get out of your head. Quentin, stop thinking so much about what you're not doing. Just play your game. Play the right way. If you are open, like I was talking about Josh Hart getting the memo, if you're open, you got to take the shot. And sometimes you have to create the shot. You're that good, man. Don't forget how good a player you are. You are one of the best players in the world. That's why you're in the NBA. Embrace it. Tonight, I saw some glimmers of hope. Glimmers of hope. It was still very frustrating, but look at Josh Hart right there. Not passing up on that. He might have driven last night against the Detroit Pistons. He might have taken that off the dribble and tried to dunk it or something, but not tonight. Tonight, he was confident with his shot. Scotty Barnes had a good game. He's always dangerous. There are some rumors that Toronto might be looking to break up the band. Pascal, OG Anunoby, and there was a Bleacher Report trade that actually made a lot of sense that included the Knicks in a 3-team trade with Toronto and Golden State. If you didn't catch the pregame show with Jay Ellis and Lee, we broke it down, so you should check that out. It's an interesting trade. Very interesting trade. Here we go. Josh Hart. Ooh, look at that. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Yeah, Toronto, man. Points somebody. They had 60 points in the paint. Jesus. That was wild. But they only shot 18.8% from the three-point line. Toronto needs shooting. They got the length. They can get to the hoop. They can feast in the paint. But in today's NBA, you have to get that extra point from behind the arc that the three-point shot offers you. If you're not doing it consistently, you're making it almost nearly impossible to win. Which is where the Knicks have been in years past, but not anymore. I really gotta commend Thibs, and I don't know if it was or the whole team organization for embracing the reality of the new NBA. And they've done it. I mean, like I said, really, even Isaiah Hartenstein can hit a three. Everyone in the rotation, other than Mitch, can hit a three. And I've actually seen Mitch hit a three. My energy's a little low tonight. I want to apologize for that. We got some bad news, or worrisome news about a family member. So my thoughts are there with her right now. But she's tough. She's a tough, amazing woman. All right, let's get to, well, here it is. I mean, the Knicks won this. Let's get to the rest of the stats. Okay. Jalen Brunson, 22 points, 5 rebounds, 8 assists, like I mentioned before. Tremendous, outstanding. He and I tweeted this out. I don't know when I tweeted it out. Was it today, yesterday, whenever it was? But just want to go on the record for the entire NBA, the world, everybody. The NBA knows. That guy, he is a superstar. And the qualification for a superstar is someone you give them the ball and you tell them to score. He can do it. He can do it. He's almost unstoppable. His footwork, his craftiness, his touch, his three-point shooting right now is off the charts. He does everything. And he's even picking up 8 dimes. Jalen Brunson, is the superstar the Knicks have been waiting for. We got him. He showed glimpses of it with the Dallas. He came here last season, outstanding. Should have been an all-star, but this year he definitely will be an all-star, and I will make sure of it. We will vote and vote and vote until he is number one in the Eastern all-star voting, or however it is this year, whatever it is. But we have to get behind this man. He deserves it. He is a superstar. We're lucky to have him and his Villanova brothers. Julius Randle, an all-star. 20 points tonight, almost a triple-double. Just one dime away from a triple-double. Outstanding game for him. He played controlled, only coughed up the ball twice. Excellent. He was smiling. He was having a good old time. Mitch, I'm going to tell you guys something here. Mitch had 4 steals tonight. 4 steals. He might be leading the Knicks in steals. I haven't looked at it, but he might be leading the Knicks in steals. Let me see right now. Yep, Mitch Robinson is the leader in steals on the Knicks. He's averaging 1.4 steals per game. And actually, that was even before tonight's game. Now he's up to 1.5. Behind him is Jalen Brunson at 1.0. So Mitch is averaging a half a steal more than the next Knick on this team. Excellent. Like I mentioned before, RJ did have a rough night statistically and efficiency-wise, but I liked his body language, I liked his approach, his decision-making, and the assists that he made. Beautiful. He did have a couple rocky plays in the beginning of the second half, I believe, or whenever that was. He came in, he was sitting on the sidelines, he came in, had a couple rocky plays, but then he pulled it together. Though he wasn't on the floor to close, which is fine. You know, he played last night, played tonight. This was the second game of a back-to-back. Knicks swept a back-to-back. Let's drink that in. But look at those stats. 7-11 for Josh Hart. 7 of 10 for Donte Divincenzo. Emmanuel quickly in 19 minutes gave us 10 points, 3 of 6 for him. He played very well. He played well as well. He just fit right in. I am continually impressed by Emmanuel quickly, but I'm impressed by the whole team. The whole team tonight. Even those that didn't shoot that great, like Quentin Grimes, I saw, like I said before, there's little indicators that things might be starting to click for him. He drove several times. He fed Mitch on one drive into the paint for a score. He got on a fast break. I'm liking what I'm seeing, but I need more. I need more. Just relax, Quentin. Just relax. Trust that you have the talent to be here and to excel. Trust it. Don't force it. Right now, you're you're forcing it a bit. You can feel that. The plus minus. As you can see, RJ was a -5, so he was the only starter, and then Grimes ended up even. So that just shows you right there. He's struggling. He hasn't been the same since the migraines. I tweeted out that his numbers are night and day, pre-migraine and post-migraine. Hopefully he just, he's one of those guys. When he misses some games, misses a few days, he doesn't pick up exactly where he left off. It takes him a while to kind of get back into it. So let's hope that this was a key game leading towards that. Actually, when is the next game for the Knicks? I'll have to look it up. What else was I going to talk about here? Toronto Raptors, you can see Siakam missed all 4 of his 3-point attempts, but did finish with 21 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists. Scotty Barnes, 13 of 19. I think he hit his first 7 or 8 shots in a row. Tremendous. 3 of 7, even 3 of 7 from behind the arc. For a while there, he was the reason that the Toronto Raptors were even able to take a lead at some point. 29 points for him, 9 rebounds, and 4 assists. What else is nothing else really that notable here, except for the dismal 18.8% from behind the arc for the Toronto Raptors. The team comparisons here: 50%. The Knicks shot 50% to 44% for the Raptors. The Knicks took 4 more attempts and connected 10 more times from behind the arc than the Raptors. The free throw line tonight, the Knicks were efficient, 81.3%, but as a team, Knicks are, I think, in the bottom 10 in free throw percentage. That's got to go up. There's no way you can make a deep run in the playoffs if you're not shooting at least 78% and above, somewhere in that neighborhood. The rebounds, we were out-rebounded tonight, but again, it's because the Knicks didn't really miss that much. The assists, 30 assists for the Knicks, 32 for the Raptors. Interesting, we were out-assisted. And they were beat on steals, beat on blocks, beat on turnovers, beat on fast breaks, points, beat on points in the paint. Everything except for the fact that they shot 16 of 36. Knicks only missed 20 three-point attempts. Beautiful. Okay, I'm going to wrap it up pretty soon. This wasn't going to be a long one. And actually, when is the next game? Let's see here. I believe it is Sunday. Is that when it is? I should know. My apologies. No game scheduled Sunday. Monday. Oh, Tuesday. The next Knicks game is. Oh. Okay. The next Knicks game is the in-season tournament game in Milwaukee versus the Bucks. Ooh, interesting. That'd be a nice game for RJ Barrett to finally get back to what he was doing in the first part of this season. Because I got to tell you, he's the key. He is the key. Randall is going to get back to what he was, and actually he's looking better than what he was last season. Sometimes he's looking better, like tonight. If he can string enough games together like tonight, then he will be better than last season in terms of his efficiency, decision-making, not turning the ball over, all of those. Brunson, I mean, he's having an MVP-ish type year. Outstanding. The supporting cast, any given night of the 5 guys that the Knicks have in the supporting cast, or the 4 guys in the supporting cast, any of those guys can have a big game. Tonight, 2 of them happen to have a big game together. But RJ is the key. If he can be that guy that we saw in the beginning of the season, pre the migraines, where it looked like he was legitimately leveling up, this becomes an incredibly dangerous team. This team becomes the kind of team that's just knocking on the door of that top tier in the East, which right now in that top tier are the Celtics and the Bucks. The Sixers are just below it. The Knicks are tied with the Sixers right now in season record, and I think that's actually where they belong. The Sixers and the Knicks are very much in that contending type group. If RJ gets back to the guy who he was in the beginning part of the season, I believe that he can. And tonight I saw glimpses of it. Like I said, his decision making, his ability to get to the hoop, it's just not dropping yet. But as soon as it starts, wow, there's a lot. There's another gear to this team, and it requires RJ Barrett taking off. Okay, thank you guys for watching this. Again, my name is George. Follow me on Twitter and subscribe to the channel. Share this video. Hype it up. I mean, this is the place to come for Knicks recaps and news reports or whatever, and analysis. No bullshit here. I am a fan, first and foremost, so I look at it from a fan's point of view, but at the same time, I'm a fan that wants to win. So I'm not going to coddle people, but I also don't want to throw out the baby with the bathwater. Look at RJ. 3 years ago, people were like, 2 years ago, stick with him. Look what he's doing now. I mean, not of late, but we saw the leap that he made. I'm thinking the similar thing about Grimes. I think Grimes is going to break out of this. And then we're going to have a lot of fun. All right. Thank you guys for watching this. Please subscribe, drop your comments, share it. My name is George, and I will see you around.